Super stranger.
Welcome to Reefy Tank Tours. Welcome to all the laughs galore. Whatever your skills and size of system, we all want to see your underwater kingdom. Beginners and masters, we don't give a shit. Show us your tank, I'm sure it's legit. Tell us all about your love for reefing. Tell us why that love is increasing. Get on our Discord and have some fun. It's what life is all about when all said and done. Relax and enjoy this salty tour. We will all learn something, for that I am sure.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to a very special tank tour tonight. All the way from what's weather doing today, Pedro?
Belgium.
What's the weather?
Do you want to more look closer? Inherent, the city next to Brussels in Belgium.
Is it raining or is it sunny?
Horrible weather. Is raining as hell and it's cold as hell here. So.
From a shitty weather, Belgium. There we go. We got there then. Fuck me. Jamie's just texted me. Where is Jamie? Jamie forgot all about the tour tonight. He is on his way. He might even have underwear on. Anyway, before we start the tour, we'll just very quickly say hello to people in the audience. Good evening, Johnny Boy. As always, nice to see you. I'm not going to put up people on the screen. I always click on them by mistake. And then you realize that's the only people in comments. And down the screen we go. Good evening, Punny. Nice to see you. Good evening, Coach.
Hey, Coach.
Good evening, Coach. Anthony. Nice to see you. Good evening, James. Hope all is well, my man. New Zealand guy. Ooh, New Zealand rugby.
That's Neil, offshore reefer.
Oh, the YouTube name thing throws me off. So the offshore what, Steve? Reacher, yeah.
The offshore
Good evening, Neil. Hope you're well, my man. Good evening, Matty boy. Good evening, Dave.
Matt.
Good evening, Liam. Sorry to hear about your tank crash, Pedro. Oh man, he's just got away with words, didn't he?
Zero chill with that one.
Yeah, I really hope Jazz is feeling better. She's been very unwell, so I hope she's feeling a wee bit better. Who else we got? Good evening, baby Dave. Remind me before we start, I've got a question from Dave Pedro.
We've already started, Ron.
Yeah. Sure, Steve, we never fucking started yours at all, did we? Good evening, James. Nice to see you. Good evening, Rama. Good evening, Chris. Good evening, Bernadette. Oh, sweary words. Your potty mouth. She's been drinking again. She's been drinking again. Good evening, Terry.
Good evening.
Think. Oh, here's this name again. K13.
It's my
Amanda,
man.
it's your boy.
Yep.
Okay, Pedro,
mate.
we're here for your tank tour, but before we start, I know we've already started, Steve. You don't need to remind me. Dave wants to know, is Belgian chocolate the best in the world?
Yes. And I'm
Moving on.
for sure.
Thanks for that, Dave.
Such a serious question so early in the piece. Oh,
That's the coolest name on YouTube. Gary Bolsher. That's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, Brandon.
Randall. Merry motherfucking He's talking about the Easy E. Oh man, what a day that was. Anyway, Pedro, we're here for a tour of your tank. So what we'll do is we'll talk about your journey into the hobby, how you got into reefing, all the rest of it. Then we'll move into hardware, type of tank and things it is. Then we'll go through what's in your tank in terms of livestock, and then we'll go through all the different things like salts, testing, things like that. If that's okay with you?
It's all fine. If you don't mind, I would like to do just a motivation for the tour. And I'll quickly go for my tanks until I arrive this one. And then I'll let you do all the questions that you want.
Sounds good.
Okay, so then can I share my
Yep.
My screen is already there.
There you go.
Good. So then just before we start, I think it's important to give a motivation why I'm doing this tank tour. And I think it's all started on the Discord when I read such a powerful and beautiful message from one of the nicest guy ever that we have here, which is Ron.
Fuck off.
And although, come on, there is always that fear of being accepted or being judged by the others. But I still think that Ron is right. It's all about nice friends, having fun, and let's see how it goes. Huh? So to be honest, when I read that message, sorry?
I said, how did I end up being on the screen? Because I'm not the nicest. how am I?
But
You're the nicest
that's
Australian.
A very fair point. But that's what I like this. Huh? But I have to be honest, the message really gave me courage, not only to volunteer myself to do the tank tour, but also to react to something super sweet and nice. Huh? And the moment that I decided to reply on the Discord, I think for my surprise, 3 other gentlemen already did it. And the moment that I decided to reply the message, I thought that it was like, hey, this is the right place. And probably this is the place that I belong. So here are the 3 gentlemen that decided to reply the tank tour. I don't want to point finger, but I don't know if it was Dave or Dan was the first one. But then I realized that Melinda, you're right. Huh? It's not really about nice friends, but just friends having fun. Huh? So thanks a lot. I think it was a great motivation to do the tank tour.
That's absolutely brilliant, Pedro. Well done. Well done. I love it. Good evening, Jamie. Nice to see you.
Sorry to be late, Pedro. I didn't mean that.
But anyway, I'm happy to.
I'm still loving the.
But I will quickly go from my first tanks very briefly here, and then we can skip it if you prefer. Just pop me or scream it at your side. So all started in 1992. I'm there back in Brazil, around 12 years old. Local fish store arrived at my neighborhood. They have the seahorse tank, a couple of fishes, and then I was really excited about that. And suddenly I managed to convince my father to have the first tank. I have to be honest, I was really proud on that day. It was, I think, in my career of reefing, this is the most happy day in my life. I have to admit, when I found this picture, it was a bit awkward because I know that I was 12 years old and I was already collecting beer cans. That might explain a bit later. But anyway, I just ignored that. But luckily, I have the picture of the tank itself. Nothing. I still believe that even though it's slightly different what we have today, I don't think much changed since then. There was a given, it was a 100-liter tank. I think that was the rule that we have back then in Brazil. You cannot have a saltwater tank lower than that. Equipment, I have a scooter. I don't know if anyone is familiar with that.
No, I'm still trying to understand. Are you telling me there's an actual law that stipulates if you have a marine tank, it's got to be at least 100 liters?
1992, 1990, it was a given even on the books. Marine water tank, it should be higher than 100 liters. That's it.
I like it.
And then we have back then there was no, I don't recall having skimmer itself. There was only this scooter, which was the first prototype of a skimmer. We're trying to remove a couple of things. You have to do it like once a week. You put it, you allow air going to the pump, and then we work more or less. I have an internal filter inside there. We have to put an internal filter. We have to put Siporax. Siporax is something from the Serra. It's not very different what we have today, these blocks that's being sold. So
it's
the same concept.
Glass, I think it's made of, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. I think that's it indeed. And then you put in a bit of carbon and a parallel, and that's it. And then you have coral skeleton, which I still have it every morning that I come to the tank, I find one, and sand. And here, to be very honest, back in 1992, if you put sand in your tank, there's a clear rule then that you have to wash it. Otherwise, your tank would be really, really cloud. I don't know if Steve wants to
Sound
comment
advice.
on that. Back then, we already knew it. Huh?
Yeah, you were carbon dosing then as well, yeah? Is that carbon dosing below the tank?
Below the tank, there is also, for my surprise, I was collecting as well little bottles of vodka and whiskey. So I was like, oh my God. But it was nice. There was a cookie recipe as well. To start the tank, you dump tap water, you put salt, and then you have to wait for 60 days. Oh, I wanted to do this. Huh? You have to wait for 60 days, and then you have your tank ready. That's it. That's it.
Oh, Pedro knows all the jokes.
Yeah, I got it. Huh? I've been watching.
He does fit in after all.
He does.
But anyway, that was the tank. It survived for a couple of years. It was so nice. Of course, I don't have any other picture, but after a month, everything was green, and that's it. We thought that green was amazing. The fish was biting and everything. And that was life back then. Huh? Then I will jump to 2003.
Look at the position you're standing in there. Look how proud you are.
I did it on purpose, and this is for Jim as well, to see if I can take proper pictures in front of the tank. I still don't know the context of the picture itself. I'm still debating with my wife, because back then she was my girlfriend. I was proud, but I don't know why I was in pajamas taking the picture in front of the tank. But anyway, I was really happy
all
about
day
it.
to set up. You finally had a shower, put your PJs on, and went, "Oh, I'll get a picture of the tank now that we've finished it today."
Is the yellow arrow pointing to where your penis ends, or?
I hope so.
Yeah, I was planning initially to do different this, but okay, I will do like this. But anyway, I was trying to show my tank here. I'll not move it. I'll leave it like this. But back then, you buy live rocks. Back then in Brazil, you would put chlor and everything, kill it, everything, put it inside the tank. And then basically you go for a friend like yours, pick it up the rock, put it in the tank, scoop of sand, put it in the tank as well. Again, it was a written book, 60 days. And you have the tank working functionally.
So you had access to live rock, but as soon as you got the live rock, you bleached it.
Everything.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
Man.
And it was always like this. You have, and back then, at least in São Paulo, in Brazil, we have a lot of people already with mature tanks, and the idea is that, hey, bleach everything, put it there, pick for the mature tank, and that's it, and how you start it. The tank itself, after a year, the intention was to have a fish-only tank. Then I managed to find a local dealer, which was pretty much doing the light fixture as you wanted to. So basically, you say, I want 10 T5s. He will bid it for you. It was kind of a cheap, actually. And then I started to add corals over there. To be very honest, I started to put corals. And after a couple of months, I was like, oh, what should we do? My friend just told me I have to put a calcium reactor. So I bought a calcium reactor, put it over there, 1 bubble per second, and that's it. I had no clue about alkalinity, pH, whatever. And the tank, as far as I remember, it was rather straightforward. It really worked. I don't recall even losing corals over there. I still think it's a bit related to the size of the tank. I think it's rather easier.
Looks very nice. Looks really natural.
Yep.
So what year was this?
This is around 2005. Let's put it this way. This time around.
Wow.
And again,
The white spectrum's amazing.
no controller. I didn't test at all. To be honest, the only test that we would do is to the end of the cycling. If there was ammonia and nitrate, and that's it. And the philosophy there was pretty much water changes every 3 weeks. And one thing that I found very interesting is that I was intentionally buying different salts, because my idea back then was like, hey, if this salt is poor or something, probably I compensate to the next one. I had no clue if the salt was like 14 DKH or 7 one. I have no idea. and things actually worked. I
sure.
think this is the front picture of the tank. It was quite nice. I really enjoyed. And I have to admit that ignorance was a bless, because back then that was pretty much what we found about it. But then we started to have a bit more information with Reef Central. And then during those discussions, we started to hear about the first pests in the marine, in the corals. So the first one was pretty much related to redbugs, and I found it in my tank once I started to look. That was rather straightforward because we treated with interceptor. That is fine. But then comes later the acroetic flatworms. We started to read it. They started first with, we heard the rumors in the US. And then I'm happy to tell this story later, back in Brazil, how the acroetic flatworm arrived. And that is a nice story to see how we can see that in this hobby you have the assholes and the really nice people, because one local fish store decided, once they realized they had the problem, they decided to do a big sale day and sold to everybody those plagues.
Oh,
Yeah, it was really annoying. But anyway, yeah. So at the end, I have to admit that I didn't lose any coral, but my motivation started to decrease once we started to realize what would be the potential treatment to eradicate everything. I was like, hey, I'm not going to do this in a tank like this. So slowly in 2008, when I had to move country, so I have to move to Portugal, I pretty much took it out the tank, sell it, everything, and stopped the hobby completely.
Is there a really cool story as to why they made you leave the country?
No, that was... I was already foreseeing that Brazil would be slightly a challenge itself. So I thought it was like, maybe I should explore other places.
I saw what the end of the arrow was.
That pretty much was. So then this is 2020, a couple of months before COVID. I moved to Belgium, and once I bought the house, I finally said, okay, now I have time to build a tank after so many years. There you can see the big difference between America and Europe, that you see in America, you have no concern about space. Here in Europe, this is a problem. Electricity, energy, it's completely different. So my idea here is that I would have a tank in my living room. So visual aspect would be very important, and noise, etc. And I wanted to do a very big tank with the smallest volume as possible. And back then as well, 2020, at least for me coming back to the hobby, was really difficult because we're moving from no information at all with a lot of information. I started to see all the videos on YouTube, reading all the forums, and I have the dry rock, the leadies, bare bottom. So for me, it was a kind of a challenge. But I thought it was a brilliant idea, so I did a tank optimization. So I did a kind of a big tank. So it was 230 by 40 by 25. So this is a very shallow and a straight tank with 230 liters. So this is the tank. I have to admit that I really like this tank. If you look at this, it was very elegant. I really appreciated that. Initially it was the idea, just keep it as a fish only tank. And initially, I think for a couple of months, I even didn't buy lights. I was just using the ambient light. So the tanks were pretty much floating. It was super beautiful. I really like
love
this tank.
the dimensions of that tank. That is
that's really
absolutely, that's right up my street.
Yeah, it is. And the tank is still, I'll show what happened, but I really enjoyed it, especially in the living room. It was very easy tank as well. But we always do the mistake that I decided to put corals over there. And then what was a brilliant idea became, I think, one of the most stupid one. So once I started to put corals, obviously I needed a stronger flow. And then as a tank construction, the water level was too close to the edge. So every time that I was cranking up the pumps, I have a water spill from the tank. Then I was like, I'm in trouble. The second thing, what can be a perfect volume optimization is a disaster for lights. Because whatever light you buy it is so straight and so narrow, the tank, that you're pretty much illuminating the living room and just 5% of the tank itself. Yeah. So then for 2 years, I was in a bit in a pickle that I didn't know what to do. And then I kind of have a fair agreement with the guy who built the tank in the sense that he still uses the tank for all types of events because it's a very rather easy tank to transport in the sense that it looks big, but it's small at the end. And then I used the opportunity to build a new one. And there, I think I went a bit extreme in some aspects. So I wanted to make it very smart and efficient. So the tank is 100 by 80 by 30 height. So it's a shallow tank again. But I put an additional 15 centimeters of free height. In the sense, like I said, hey, no way now I'm going to have water falling out from this tank. Big waves allowed it, so I like to do this. And then basically I did the tank transfer in 1 day. So that's one of the things that I always love it is bare bottom. It's very, very easy if you have a bare bottom to do a tank transfer. Just maybe a side comment, because we have it recently, the incident from our colleague. If you're doing a tank transfer for a bare bottom, it's very straightforward, but there is a difference here. If I shut it down the skimmer of my tank, which I did it, I can survive for probably a month. As long as the corals are not pissed, you're fine. So once you're doing the tank transfer, if you remove the rocks with the colonies, for sure the acros is going to slime as hell. So that's the time that you really need the skimmer if you're doing this type of transfer. Yep. So from my side, I have one tank next to the other. I pretty much put everything on the new tank, turn on the skimmer, and then I just did the tank transfer. I didn't lose anything. It was really straightforward. And this is the first day of the tank. It was, again, it's corals, rocks, everything was pretty much transferred to one tank to another. And that's why I was here. I just put the 2 lights, but I already have 4 lights on the previous tank. So it was XR 15, 30, 30, and another 15. And that's where the new current tank starts pretty much. And here, just a caveat of my fox face, which I'm a big fan of this fish. I think it's super amazing, eats everything, but you have the usual problem because this is a cow, so it grows really fast. This is the picture of the side of the tank when everything was starting. And I pretty much opted to have a wall-to-wall tank. And if you wanted to do fast, one of the ideas is that you started your big, fast coral growers like stacks, and you cut them and you replant them. And it's a nice idea at the beginning, but yeah, it can become problematic later. So the tank pretty much took over after 12 months. Then I think because of circulation, everything improved really fast. Back that time, I was dosing oh shit.
Yeah.
This is the time. Sorry.
It's like, what's Melinda dosing?
It was all for reef. I was dosing all for reef and
Son of a bitch.
Just one. I was dosing all for reef and Calvasser there. It was really straightforward.
Amazing.
And here,
Brilliant.
and here you pretty much you can see the fox face. Look at the size of the beast from the top after 1 year. So then basically I have to relocate the fish to another big tank in the Netherlands. But you see here that again, this green slimer, I started to trim because it started to grow so heavy, and I started to put in the other parts of the tank, which makes it's pretty nice, but then it's going to become some problem in the future. Here is a kind of a picture that I did it from evolution of the tank over time.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was. I think that what I can say, it's super nice. I think once this tank was built, I think in terms of circulation, light, it was super easy to handle. 30 centimeters is very straightforward to pick it up, remove things. In that sense, I really like the tank.
At that time, what kind of flow did you have? Like what flow pumps and stuff?
Yes. So at that time, I was pretty much using, let's see here. So I was using 4 MP40s. And then I tested one
That's
gyre.
a lot of flow.
Oh, actually 2. Yes. It's a lot of flow because there is advantage and disadvantage. I think the main problem is to have a shallow tank is the goddamn circulation because it's not straightforward. There is, you see that sometimes clearly some macros started to get pissed. If you change different, and then you can see that just popping up green. So this is very nice because this is one of my challenges on this tank, which I think I finally solved. Here you can see that slowly I was trying always to play around. This is a tombs that I started to put to try to direct a couple of things. And then I think this is for me the time that the tank was at its peak. I was super happy about it. I was picking up frag of my own columns and started to put on the bottom of the tank that I said, okay, I'm going to try to cover everything.
What's the
And I
coral
think-
that's puddled
Yep.
all over the bottom of the tank there? What is that?
This one?
Yes.
This is a type of Montipora, which I don't know the name.
Chili
really
pepper?
loving life.
Yeah, and it's growing as hell. This is, I have a time bomb in the tank because this is one of the corals that did not stop growing. But I still like it.
It's
I think
honestly-
it's super nice from the front.
It is stunning.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and-
That's
and
wild.
Yeah, and I think the next picture for me is the one that I like the most because then you can see it, how nice. I was really proud of that moment. It was really cool.
Yeah.
I think it was.
It's just so clean. There's not a hint of algae or diatoms or something. Nothing. It's just pristine.
Oh, give me a sec because
Brilliant.
I hear a voice.
It's Jamie.
It's Jamie. Welcome to you. See that you're there.
Sorry, buddy.
Pedro's literally
Oh,
like, who the fuck was that?
I was like, hey, Jamie, it's a familiar voice, but I was like, it was in the beginning. No, Jamie, you're right, but I'm going to come to that point because that moment, and it took me a while to understand because I always felt that I didn't have algae at all. But you kind of see that I have a lot. But this part of the tank, I think this moment for me is the peak. I really like it. But then I don't know how, but for sure from a coral or flag plug, probably I got the verminid snails. And what started to happen is that once the tank was growing too big, especially the stags, the part of the coral was dying. Then you started to have those goddamn verminid snails. But then they were bothering me a bit. I was like, you know what? Maybe it's time to trim. And I did it 2 reboots on this tank over the last 2 years. And both of them started like, oh, let me just trim a bit that acro. And then I end up like storming the whole tank completely. The sad thing that I'm pretty much alone since COVID here in Belgium. I don't see anyone very close here that would like or to have this core as a donation. So I pretty much just have a pet cemetery here in my house.
I
with
would
these
move
corals.
to Belgium to be your discard person.
I was so desperate to give it to someone. It's like, hey, just build a tank. I have a lot of corals here just to share it, but it was a pity. My other reboot, and that was a bit traumatic because it was an unintentional one. So I took a 2-week trip in the summer, and then Belgium decided to have for the first time a real summer here. And the tank temperature went up to 29 degrees. Again, and that's where it's something that it's interesting. In Brazil, all the houses are done to isolate, so you keep it cold inside. And here in Belgium, I learned that the houses are really done to keep it hot inside the house. So when it's hot outside, fuck. So the house was 30 degrees inside. The tank went every day 29, 29 and a half. And then in the evening, go to 27, and then back then in the morning. But basically, when I came back,
A question, Pedro. Sorry, to
Yes.
support that much coral mass, what type of feeding do you do?
I will explain soon with my slides. But basically, at that moment, I was struggling a bit because one thing that I do is a lot of water change. So there is a trouble. So that's why I started to add fishes over there. Look at the size comparable to the fox face here on this picture. But that for me is I started to get a bit scared because like, hey, the fish is too big. But I do a kind of cocktail that I'm happy to share what exactly I was doing.
Nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. But again, here, when I came back, I didn't lose any coral, but then the worst nightmare started, which is you started to have 1 RTN per day. So it was every morning I would come to the tank, frags were all wiped out. And then big colonies, 1 each day, to the fact that I thought that I was going to lose everything. And I was even thinking, oh, finally I'll be able to do my first seahorse tank. I was really on that mode. And I don't know, things are a bit strange and we never can explain it. One day stopped and the tank came back to his point. So the recent status of the tank, it was the time that I was talking to Ron for the first time to do the tank tour, which take a bit of delay, but I was still using these lights. And then I stopped it suddenly to use all for reef and Kalwasser. One of the reasons, it's a combination of things. I was trying to make the tank a bit easier. And I heard about modern reef. And here, to be honest, I cannot say if it's better or worse. They convinced me. I think the selling point was that they stated, hey, if you dose these, you don't have to do anything else. It's all here. And the second thing is that they had a kind of a concentrated version of the dosing, which for me is amazing. I can put it there 1.5 liters of each, and I can survive for a month without doing anything else. At the same time, I have to be a bit skeptical about it because I heard that now they're giving a much other products, and I'm always like, hey, the initial selling speech was to not add anything else, so now we have other products. What is the point? But anyway, it works as much as it works all for reef. The second thing is that I'm starting to try to reduce the number of equipments. And one thing that I wanted to get rid, it's the time that I saw Ron's tank, I was like, you know what? I have 5 plugs here in terms of lights and can transform to only 1. And the problem that I was facing here is that I wanted to buy new frags just to change a bit, but I didn't have any more space to put it because all the rocks are completely covered. So that comes the topic that we ask about algae. I have a brilliant idea to put the frag plugs on top of the acro itself. And for the time that I started to do this, I realized that I have a lot of algae. Because the moment that I put the frag plug on the top of the acro, where the snails cannot reach, then the algae grows like hell. Other than that, my approach at this moment, I do 40% water changes every 3 weeks. And here, to be very transparent, it's just because I like it. And I know I don't do any testing at all. Because personally, I don't know if I hate it. I don't like it at all. And I don't know if I believe it as well, so I prefer not to do it. I managed to stay almost 6 months.
So you do that in one big water change?
That's it. And it's a one-shot 40%, and that's it. I managed to stay 6 months without testing alkalinity. But I started to test again just when I shift from all for reef to modern reef, because then I had to test it because I was a bit scared. But then once you're doing 40% water change, chances of things going sour, it's not that big. Testing for me, I'm happy to debate. It's strange because I'm a mathematician and I work with and apply math. And regarding reefing, I don't use math at all, and I don't even care. And testing, I never know if it's because I don't believe the testing itself, because I always see people like, hey, I think Vocraft Supply did that. 5 people did the same calcium test, and everybody got completely different numbers. I was like, hey, here for me, most of the tests like calcium, if you get 350 or 500, you're fine. Doesn't matter.
Sorry, Pedro, can I just ask a question?
Absolutely.
How much cheese do you put on your food?
Fuck's sake. I've been making a point of not bringing any comment up with Gaz's name in it because I didn't want it to all kick off. And you've just...
I didn't, Gaz, I just mentioned cheese. Just the your brain went there, you knew.
Yep. Everyone's thinking it.
I have a question, Pedro.
Absolutely, yes.
What kind of PAR are you getting throughout the tank?
So
do you
here,
know? Yeah.
That's and that's again come to my old style reefer. So in the past, all the previous tank I was using T5, which means that we had no clue about PAR.
Mm-hmm.
When I bought the Radiants, I refused to buy a PAR meter, and I didn't have anyone to rent the PAR meter. So I was pretty much running blind there.
So you blasted the
luckily-
shit out of them?
until I hit some corals.
Nice.
But recently, a local fish shop in Netherlands started to rent the par meter. So before changing this to Straton, which is the next slide, I measured the par that I was having there. So on average here, I was above 600. So that was like explaining some macros getting really pissed off.
Yeah.
And in the bottom was 300 par.
Dang.
Yeah, so I was struggling with some type of acros, millies, some stags, they were super fine. But other type of smooth ski, they were a bit pissed when I was putting in the tank. And that was the reason. Once I realized that it was too high, I was like, oops, that explains a lot. I'm still have to admit that I'm love and hate with ladies. I think now, because of Ron, probably he's getting some commission from Stratons. I really like those ones because that I have to admit it that's the time that I shift.
It's nice looking.
That's super nice. I have to admit that for the first time I started to prefer LEDs than the previous T5s and metal lights. I think it's the visual
really
aspect is super nice.
to hear somebody say that because a lot of people bang on about T5s and LEDs are shit, but you've embraced the inner LED and you're enjoying it.
Yeah, because I think there is one thing on the debate that I'm always struggling is that, hey, it depends a lot on where your tank it is. Because if I have a tank in the living room, of course, having a Straton is much more charming and appealing than putting a metal halide there or a T5. So for me, once I figure out, and that's especially, I think I like the Spectrum, which is not that blue anymore.
Yeah.
I'm really loving this light. It's amazing. And it happened as you said it, that Ron. In the beginning, I was a bit confused when I shift. I was like, I don't know if I like it or not. After a month, I was like, oh, that's super amazing.
Yeah, it took me a couple of weeks of walking into the office and going, what the fuck's wrong with my tank? And then going, oh no, hold on.
So here, now I think things are moving on. I changed the light and I measured the par. I went a bit lower now. But keep in mind that now I put the Straton really high to make sure that I could cover the whole tank, because I think the Stratons are supposed to be to 90 centimeters and I have 120. So I said, you know what, I'll put it up and then I'll crank it up this. So I'm a big fan of this. And now the tank is pretty much returning to the normality as it is. Let me see. Now I just took a picture of the top of the tank for you to see the mess that's happening, because now
I'm just going to mute Jamie from hammering on his fucking keyboard.
I was like, somebody's typing.
Hammer your hog later.
So then the top of the tank, that you can see that the acros are growing on top of each other. Normally, if it's on the base, that's fine. The only issue that you might have is that every time between the acros, you can have a bit of cyano when they're fighting, but that's okay. And then I have to figure out what should I do with the new frags that I was trying to buy. Now back to the question that you just mentioned, algae. And this is a clear example. I have a lot of algae growing inside the MP40s. And once I put it from Mark, the Ocean CA from the tank, which I'm a big fan, what happened is that the pump is not linked to anywhere. So the snails cannot reach the pump. So basically what I see is that suddenly I started to have a lot of algae on the pumps itself. Other than that, I don't see anything except on the glass. Or the famous case that I just said it in the frag plug. Every time that I put a frag plug on top of another acro, it's a nightmare in the beginning because a lot of algae are growing. And then one point in time, the acro wins, and then this is all done.
So what Mark needs to develop, he needs to develop a little set of snail step ladders for the snails to get from the bottom of the tank to the ocean sea. Get on it, Mark.
Mark, you have to figure out something. I tried to put the cable of the pump close to the to the glass to see if the nails could climb it, but didn't work.
Brilliant.
And then back to the topic, the coral food. I put a designated one. This is a tank back in Brazil, 2005.
Is that
I
your
visited this
tank?
tank. No, I wish. So I visit this tank. He was a tank of the month in the Reef Central. He was living, I didn't know until I realized that the guy was living not that far away from me. So we did a visit to him. The tank, oh, Jesus, in person was insane. It was
That is wall
absolutely
to
amazing.
wall. I
Yeah.
can't imagine what the
This is-
consumption is for water volume.
Yeah.
No, this is ridiculous. And back then, I think he was ahead of time because he was already on the bare bottom. He would have a lot of pumps direct to the floor. It was a massive tank. Metal halides, two of
Why?
400 watts.
Sorry. Can I just explain to if anyone's watching, Pedro has his screen maximized for his presentation. Therefore, he has not seen these comments on screen. So he's
Oh.
completely clueless to what I'm pulling up and what's going on in the comments.
But I managed to go up now.
Oh, won't be disappointed, apparently, Melinda.
Oh my
Where's
god.
your arrow?
Baby.
I'm sure it's
Sorry.
gorgeous.
Sorry.
No,
He
that's fine,
knows
because now
too
I'm
much.
catching up.
He knows too much from the Discord.
It's Jordan.
It's somebody we know.
Jordan.
Oh my god.
No, yeah. So then for this one, I just follow what the guy was doing. So he was doing, and that's the only thing that I remember back then. There was a different thing. He was doing a kind of a snowstorm feed. So he basically would take the reef snow and build a kind of a cocktail. This picture is from what I'm doing today. Back then, he was using mostly feed, phyto, zoto, whatever. And then he was pretty much blending everything together and snowstorming the whole tank. Does it work? I don't know. To me, honestly, it's just a fancy way to add nutrients to the tank if your tank is fully packed. So either you have a lot of fishes and you try to see if, like that tank, you needed to add something, that's for sure. But to be honest, in my perspective here, I think it's more to fulfill my need of adding something. So the only thing that I add differently in my tank, just to make sure that I have some nutrients, is a kind of a blend like this that I do it once a week. Now I'm trying to do 3 times a week, but a bit less than one storm at a full one at a tank. So here you can put it wherever you want. It depends a lot on how much you have in your tank. Then I have one bigger challenge than expected, which was the red bugs again came back. I kind of have a control risk in my tank. So every new acro that I was adding, I was treating with, I think Coral X. Was basically, I wanted to avoid having acro eating flatworm. That's it. I knew that if I do the dips, the only thing that I was running a risk is to have red bugs. And then the red bugs, I was like, okay, I'll use interceptor one day and that's it. So I wait a bit the tank to be fully packed. And of course, I knew that at one point in time I would have a red bug. And that's the time that I said, okay, I will treat it as interceptor and kill it everything. And then I'll shut it down and do not add any more acro for us there. So the initial idea was brilliant. So I treated with red bug, easily vanished. And then I had millions of pods dying, of course. And to the fact that, as I mentioned, I have a lot of, not a lot, but I always have some cyano between the acros when they're growing among each other. Suddenly I have a cyano explosion. And then I had the brilliant idea to look into the easiest way. I say, you know what? I'm going to bombard with chemiclean on this tank. I did the chemiclean, cyano's gone, and then welcome to dinos to the tank.
Yeah.
And then I have to admit that there, I think it was months to recover, money wasted. And I also lost my graduation on the reef aquarium because I did a couple of stupidity to buy products that you think it's going to work. It took me a while to say, you know what, stop everything, think a bit. And the way that I bit dinos, I have no clue if it's worked, but basically I just said, okay, you know what, I'll keep it as it is. I started to siphon the dinos every day. And the moment after 2 or 3 weeks siphon every day, I pretty much did a big clean on the rocks and the tank, turn off the lights for 3 days, started to dump a bit of nutrients. When I came back, the dinos was still there slowly. And then those miracles happened one day to another, everything vanished. So there is always the run of the risk that in the last day I would put 2 drops of something, and then I would say, "Oh, that solved the dinos," but I have no clue what happened. So
That's the correct attitude, though, isn't it? Because a lot of people will go, "Oh, the last thing I did in a course of 5,000 things, that's what nailed it."
Yeah, and that's it. So for me, disappeared. I think it's the normal process, and that's it.
Isn't the way of treating dinos to dose 5 liters of phyto per liter of tank water?
1 litre.
Only if you're Australian.
I just saw Melinda instantly unmute there. Nobody in the audience can see that, but I can see it. Oh dear.
Then I hear the fact that I'm doing so much water change, I have to be cautious about the water change. Here I have a shitty water here in my location. TDS around 480. So I bought this Arca. I like a lot, to be honest. It's very fast. I think I have here 150 liters per hour. I can fill this in 1 hour quickly. The disadvantage, I think, the water goes really fast.
150 liters in an hour.
Yeah, it's really insane. But the problem is that, of course, the water is not zero when it comes out. I think it goes too fast. So what I like is that in a controlled way, I fill it up this, and then I put it dosing pump that I pretty much leave it overnight, going slowly to all these DI resins, and then I have a zero water everything.
Jesus Christ,
that's a lot of
resin.
That was a bit of a stupidity or extreme case from my side. I was having a lot of silicates in the first tank, really back then, the large slim one, and I couldn't solve it. And then the only reason that I decided to join the Reef to Reef was to get information from Randall Farley to say, hey, I have a lot of silicates. How can I solve this? And basically, at the end, he told me, hey, you have to go slow on the DI, then you can remove it. So then I decided to put 2. It didn't work. So I said, you know what? I'll put a lot, and then probably it's going to solve it. And it does.
Hit that
and what I
with
do
a sledgehammer.
That's too much. But anyway, once a year, I go and I change everything. And then I avoid any risk to have it a surprise on the water.
How do you like the Versa pump, Pedro? Now, I know maybe 10 people that have used them in the past, and out of those 10, not one likes them.
The issue that I have is the only dosing pump that I ever used. My complaint, my problem is if the lights is off suddenly here and comes back, they reset completely.
Oh, so if the power goes off.
So I have a big risk here because I know if up to now, we never had any problem with lights in the house or even on the street. But I noticed that one day they informed us we're going to cut it off the light for 10 minutes. When it came back, all the Versas are resetted. And I already did a test myself, unplug and plugging again. I have the same issue. So,
that is really, really dodgy. I mean, is that what every Versa pump does?
I don't know. I'm happy to hear if somebody has an experience on this.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that you're now number 11, and you have issues with them too.
Is that an extension lead on top of the radiator, Pedro?
That is what, sorry?
Is that an extension lead on top of the radiator?
It is. So your electrical background came out then?
Yeah, it is. It is here. Yes.
I can spot a bodge when I see one.
Yeah, but here again, the what do you call it in English? I don't know. The heating system is not working here in the garage, so that's fine.
Okay.
Because otherwise I was melting everything.
I wasn't going to say those famous 3 letters. I'm just going to leave it. Dave will say it in the chat. Right, so Dave's got a question for you. Pedro, have you ever thought of drawing a smoky face on the barrels?
He then corrected it to smiley face.
What's a smoky face?
A smoky face? A smiley face.
It's
I'm
no
so
way he
lost.
managed to see a smiley here.
Matt's sending positive vibes. You'll have a power cut tomorrow.
Yeah.
They've said it. Boom.
You know what? I was confused that the chat was not updating. Now it's finally updated from my side. I can see it.
Good.
Then this is my sump,
Ooh.
and here we can see it. That's my return top. I only use one. Then I use the Bubble King Mini as a skimmer.
Wait a
And
minute.
I was
Is your-
about
is your sump invisible? Can anyone else see a sump?
I mean,
Very-
it's
it's very
really
compact.
small back there.
Well, I'm not
Right,
blind.
okay.
Yeah, I can see it.
Fuck you, Jason. You can just suck on
Put
your
your glasses on. You'll be able to see it better.
Fuck you.
You old bastard.
Oh, God.
And I always have the dilemma of filter socks. Should I use it or not? If I use it, I don't have to maintain the skimmer and goes really easy. If I have to remove it, which is amazing because I don't have to clean it, then my skimmer clogs really fast because I have a kind of a sponge explosion in my sump.
You
So I
have a
already did
really
it.
tiny sump, though, don't you? I mean, that
Yes,
that looks really small.
it is
Nice
very
to
small.
say, Emma.
How many liters is that?
I think it's in terms of water that I have there is I think it's 20
Solo
liters only,
cups?
and that's it.
It's a solo cup on the skimmer, isn't there?
There is.
What are the two ball valves for?
It was built if I wanted to put the company. I said it. I didn't want, but I think they said, "Oh, but we'll do it because a lot of people do it later." In case if I want to put a UV system, I could do it directly from here without adding another pump. Never used it.
What diameter pipes are they? Is that 25 mil?
I don't know, Ron. That's a fair point.
Did you not say you were a mathematician? Fucking hell! Was it just 1, 2, 3, then
But
lots?
no math on the tank.
I said at the beginning. I was supposed to be the guy looking
math
into
on
the
the
testing.
tank.
Number said no fucking well. No.
So
way.
what size is the filter? Is that a 4-inch filter sock?
Oh, there is no. It's the bigger one. It's
The 7-inch.
the 12. I don't know, 12
Yeah, it looks like a
centimeters.
7.
Yeah, 4-inch. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so
And then
that
it's-
pipe is probably 25 mil. It's just that the pipe looked really, really thin.
Yeah, but the filter sock is the big one because I pretty much want to leave it there.
Jesus.
And clogs, I'll keep it as it is. Because the idea here is not to pretty much remove anything. I don't care. The filter socks keeps gurgling there. I don't mind. It's just to make sure that I reduce a bit the number of garbage in the sump. But I did it already with and without, and nothing changes. And the only thing is that I have to maintain the skimmer a bit more in terms of cleaning. I was about to give compliment to the Bubble King skimmer, but I heard recently that it's not a good reputation with other colleagues. So I was going to say it's pretty good. I put it there, never had an issue.
But
My
to be
pump
fair,
works.
if anyone can break something, it's going to be Rob, isn't it?
It's going to be Rob. Yes.
Could be. I want to be fair on the judgment. I can be lucky.
A couple of hours before he went to go and get on the plane to fly out to Singapore on his way to Australia yesterday, his water mix in L1 Vectra blew up. So that was his final little kick in the nuts before he left for nearly a month.
Oh man,
That's annoying.
Now, Matthew.
Yeah. Then, I think to finalize the overview, I put some things that I learned over time. I'm really curious to see the opinion of everybody. First one, tank the older the better or the easier. I never know if I say tank the older or the rocks the older is the better.
Yeah, the more mature your filtration, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it. If you have an old rock, you can do whatever you want in your new tank. You just transfer and that's it. The other one, water changes. I think normally we read everything. Whenever things go sour, everything that it does first is, okay, I will do water changes. That's the answer for everything. But I don't know. It's for my case, I like to do it. It's very therapeutical. I know that for some people it's unfeasible, so I don't know. Bare bottom, I think it's the amazing, very easy to handle, to reboot, to clean, to circulation. I love it. But to be honest, nothing beats a white sand. And I'm very jealous of Stephen.
I totally agree with you, but I would still go with a. Oh God, would I? I don't know. I would have to cross that bridge when I came to that again.
Why? Because I would love to have a bare bottom completely white. In my case, I paint it in black. I think it's too dark, the tank.
Yeah, definitely. So drain it, empty it, get that tank flipped over, get it white vinyl on it, pop it back on. Melinda, you fucking get yours sorted out as well. Never mind your dining table.
Who's going to help me lift the tank off?
Your mum. Your mum is like the Hulk. I've seen it.
Mom.
Yeah, with a fractured spine and hips that need replacing. Here, Mum, grab a hold of this.
She has
And then
a
she'll
mobility
forget.
scooter because her muscles are so big they chafe when she walks.
Oh my God. That's not what's chafing.
Did you send 2 towels, Steve?
Sorry?
Did you send 2 towels?
No, just the one.
You need to share then. Oh my.
It's got 2 sides.
Sorry,
Dan
Pedro.
like that.
Sorry, Pedro. A rude tangent.
Then the last two, very straightforward, new additives. Again, this is my experience. I hear all kinds of things, so I don't know. For me, it's amazing. It's a pleasure to put some drops of anything. But lessons learned, we always know there is a poor trade-off. At least for my feeling, for my tanks, every time that I put a drop or something, I got cyano, that's it. So I just gave up on doing these things. But anyway, for a lot of people, we see the other cases, so who knows? Equipment, for me, it's always a debate of adding value, maintenance, and cost. I think if you like the equipment, it doesn't matter. I think you should go for it. Just make sure that if you're going to maintain it, do it.
But you wrote it, Melinda? You
had to share everything.
It's funny.
Now I can't let Mum watch this later. What do you mean I'm not getting flipped on the table? You don't know what happens when you go to bed.
How does Ron know about my muscular thighs?
I love when she talks about her mom. She actually has a more Australian accent.
It was
extreme Australian.
Yeah. Sorry,
Pedro.
No, that's okay. Then the last question, I think it's my black belt. Not yet. Not yet.
I'm dead.
Big fan. I'm a big fan. I have to admit one thing. Melinda's tank tour. Jim dropped one of the best jokes ever. But the chat was so insane in that day that I think a lot of people missed. So worth to watch it again and look to Jim's concept, Jim's comments over there. But anyway,
I'm terrified. What did I say?
No, it was not you. It was Jim. I think it was brilliant, his remarks. But I failed recently. I think at a black belt today for me is just the guy who can avoid buying unnecessary products. I did it recently. I feel ashamed about it. And I think it's the worst case that I managed to do it once is to buy a product that I knew it was not the product itself worked, but it was unnecessary without saying other things. The product arrived.
Vibrant?
No. This one is even beyond. But this one is a kind of a one that is like, oh, this is a kind of a mixture of phosphates and nitrates that you can carbodose in. I was like, oh, that's an amazing idea. I'm going to do it. Product arrived. I'm not kidding. I threw the product on the garbage. And then a couple of months later, I bought the product again. I tested the product and I got cyano. So then I was like, oh shit, I'm so stupid. So I'm not there yet. But anyway, basically, this is the current situation of the tank. As I said it, I have a couple of additional pictures here, but I think I spoke too much and people are a bit quiet. So now I don't know if it's good that we give a stop here and then we
It
can.
looks fantastic.
But
It is
going with the
beautiful.
black base and growing the corals like that is exactly what I want to do. Like, you are my new hero. You're now my
Oh, no.
mentor. I'll be messaging you for everything. Watch out.
Best of luck,
Poor
Pedro.
bastard.
I fucking love it. You have no idea how much I am in love with this tank.
You need to buy yourself a strap on.
I can't afford a strap on.
No, it's
Not
I'm
what I
leaving
heard.
that like that. I'm not even going to finish that sentence.
So Rama's got a question for you, Pedro. Does the tank make much noise?
no. But before was doing noise was the radios, and that annoys me as well. The ventilator of the radio that was doing a lot of noise. So other than that, the only tiny thing that we hear here, but you have to be really paying attention, is today's the skimmer. But it still is respectfully, it's a bubble key. In theory, it's a very small noise. It's very low noise in that sense.
I've got a question about your aquascape. It's obviously really low. Does it sit right on the bottom, or do you have it like on little stacks pedestals? I noticed
Bottom directly.
right on the
So I
bottom.
put the rocks directly over there. Today, one of the things that I wanted to do when I was doing the reboot is try to change a bit the aquascape. But now what happened is that a lot of sponges grew on the bottom of the tank. And now the corals grew on top of that as well. So pretty much I think all my rocks are glued now. So I cannot change them. I tried, but I couldn't. So nowadays I have to either reboot completely or try to scrape out some macros from the tank.
Gotcha.
Chat's getting a bit raunchy. Fucking behave yourself. Jeez.
Yeah, circulation. I think it's quickly just to mention, because initially I said that now I think I kind of solved the circulation issue that I had it. So I think the secret is basically SOW20, which is a beast pump. And I got the tip from Leonardo's Reef, and I think that's part of the secret as well. So I use the SOW really to do the waves now, and it's a very strong pump. And then the other pumps are just to give a bit of a chaotic flow. And I feel that I don't have to touch anymore on this. So I'm quite happy about it. And then
Are you using the SOW20s to make like a standing wave, or is that what you're doing with them?
pretty much is a standing wave from the SOW. And then the one MP40 that I have, it's most of the time randomly. And I have then 3 SOW15 that I also put in the random mode. And that's what happened. But the main thing pulling the waves is the 20, the big one. And I took it pretty much the advice from Leonardo's Reef, which without doing advertisement, I think that's one of the reasons that I can grow acros as well, is that there is a huge difference between buying acros somewhere else and then you buy from Leonardo. It's amazing. It looks like
you can feel free to advertise people that are doing things absolutely the way they should. Leonardo is an absolute gentleman and one of the nicest people, and his level of knowledge and patience and relaxed attitude towards it all. I'm not saying he's lazy. That's not what I mean. He's got his craft absolutely honed. And I would love to visit his farm sometime. He's an absolute legend.
Yeah, I agree. I visit his farm. I would say it's amazing, but for the ego, it's a disaster. Because normally you go for the farms and you always have the feeling, oh, if I have that equipment, I would have the same. Leonardo runs really normal equipment, but it's absolutely mind-blowing, his farm. It's insane. The colors, the corals. I was shocked when I saw it. And then every time that you buy a frag from him, it looks like hey, first of all, it's not a tiny frag, and it's already growing. And I have the advantage now that is the only place that I buy frags. I don't cut the plug. I don't do anything. I trust that I put directly on my tank, and that's it. And in that sense, saves a lot. Every time that you have to cut the frag from the plug, you waste a couple of months until the rebase and so on.
So
Leonardo is amazing.
Dave isn't listening or concentrating. He's asking, is it just 4 punts you have running for circulation? Fuck's sake, Dave.
Fuck's sake, this is, it's 5. So it's 5. So you can see here, you see the 3 ones here, and then you have the 2 other ones here on the corner.
His tiny fingers are hard to count on.
No, he's apologizing. He get caught up in the strap-on talk.
Don't blame it. I don't blame it. Yeah, but anyway, that's pretty much. I think it's kudos for Leonardo. I think it's the advantage as well that the guys say, "Hey, there is pest free and so on." I have to admit that when I visit his farm, I was looking. So imagine the situation that you're looking to one of his tanks, and basically you have acro everywhere. So there is not even water there because there's so much acros. The species are stuck inside the acropores. The colors is amazing. But I clearly remember that I saw one acro in the corner of his tank, a really tiny acro, which apparently fell from the frag rack. And I look into that, and an amateur person would look and say, oh, this is amazing. But my case, no, I'm a kind of a pro level. So I looked to that fucking acro in the corner and I said, Leonardo, could you show me that acro? And he was really puzzled. He said, hey, which acro? I said, that one on the corner. And he was like, hey, that which one? I said, that one which was falling from the frag plug and receiving no light. So then he did pretty much the extra effort to pick the acro. And the acro was pretty much grasping on the floor of the tank when he pulled the acro and he turned the acro. So pretty much the base of the coral that was close to the bottom of the tank, when he turned, one of the polyps of that acro was pretty much closed. And then I looked at him and said, fuck you, you're not that good. So basically, at least for my ego, it was really nice because I was trying to set the grounds there to say, hey, no, just kidding. Fuck, it was amazing. His farm is insane. I'm sorry. I saw that. I left the house really depressed. I was like, oh shit, the guy really knows. But anyway, best equipments I have for you guys. If I want to advise something, I like these 3 things. These are the 3 things that I use the most. I clean my glass every two days probably. And this one I use every time that I'm going to do a water change. I blow the tank. Blow the tank? It's a bit strange, but okay. I try to blow the rocks to see. I'm not trying to clean it, just trying to see if the circulation is good. So every time, from time to time, I blow the rocks to see if there is a lot of dirty in one corner. I know the circulation is not that good.
I did think you do your entire water change with a turkey baster.
I thought that at first as well.
I mean, holy shit.
And this one I just bought recently that I really like it. So basically you put water here and if you squeeze, the liquid comes out. So I don't know if you have experience of squeezing something and liquid coming out.
Fuck,
it's the same thing.
Pedro.
I have experience of that.
Oh my God. It's the same thing pretty much.
I can give my perspective.
Oh my God.
But what I'm doing is that I'm doing my cocktail now. I'm putting here, and that's what I pretty much try to pass through the tank multiple times a day. So that's it. And I really like these 3 things are the things that I use the most. And the one thing that I added to my collection here, it was from the last tank tour. Who did the last tank tour? Sorry. That I really like that he has RO water to clean the glass. That I don't know. Coach, yeah. And he had I also don't know how to say in English that, just to the spray water of RO. I really like that when I'm starting to use that to clean my glasses from outside.
Yeah, it's great. It works. Really, really works.
And then I have the Apex I use for monitoring only.
Look at that pH.
Yeah, but be careful with these numbers because I never ever calibrate my probes since the beginning.
Ah.
So what I so very cautious about this. So for me to be surprisingly this one it works really well because I always double check with the pen. It looks okay, not that far away. The pH, I think once a year I don't calibrate at all. I just put the 7. We have the small bag with 7 pH, and then I put it. It's more or less close. I'm fine. I'm happy with that. But I think it's more for me. It's important because the Apex saved me a couple of times for the temperature crash because my heater failed. So basically, I started to see the temperature going to 24, 23. I was like, "Oh, something happened." And the one case that I forgot to turn on the lights. And then suddenly the next day I saw the pH really dropping too much. I was like, oh, something is wrong there.
Yeah.
So I really like this as a monitoring. Controlling, I don't do nothing wrong. For me, actually, the Apex would be nice just to have a temperature and a pH probe for me would be enough.
That's definitely Jordan, isn't it?
And this is the
Now I
picture of
feel
the
completely
sump from the
illegal.
top. I put it there, some pile rocks, just in case if I want to put a new frag. I think it's much easier when the frag plugs are already inside the tank, so you avoid unnecessary algae. And this is what happens from time to time that I was trying to kill one of my stags, which pretty much, instead of growing up, started to grow sides. And I started to glue corals on top of it. And then one day for another, I think the whole colony decided to die. So it was a bit annoying. But that's okay. Let's have a couple of cyano from a few days, and then they're gone. And lastly, I think it's nice to say my favorite acro at this moment. It's the rainbow mungo. I have no clue. I wish I could know what is this type of species, but I really like it. It's still growing. It's a kind of a frag. But I think it's very different. It's a different style of frag of acro. So I think it's going to be really nice when it becomes a colony.
Very pretty. Where did you get that?
Yeah, you can find in www.leonardosreef.com.
Yay!
No, it's from Leonardo's. I bought it from him. Super nice aquapora. So I think I like because it's very different. So
yeah, that is very
nice. Nice.
Wait, sorry. Then I just took a picture of the side of the tank that you can see those goddamn some of these aquas. This one is amazing. This is the one that is on the tropic marine sulf. This damn acro, it's growing sides everywhere but never grows up. I tried to butcher with something to see if it started to go up. It never does. Anyway, that happens. And this is the time that I did the recent reboot. So I tried to scrape part of the rock to put the new frags, but you always can see that those suckers that you wanted to kill it, they always come back. And here is starting to come back again. So I said, let's see how it comes after. And this is just a macro shot of the acro that I like the most, and that's it.
Oh my god.
You've got some beautiful corals, Pedro.
Yeah, you know.
These are nice ones. And I think, that's the last one, just to say it. I don't believe in tenures. I saw tenures everywhere. They are amazing. Leonardo has some, they're amazing. In my tank, they're garbage. They grow too slow, and then the acros take over. The other ones take over, and they die. I did a stupidity. I managed to find a very, very tiny frag of Walt Disney. If it is, I don't know. And it's amazing because it's been already for 6 months on my tank. And you see that it's growing really fast. So it's just these tiny things that it started now. That's it.
Looks a wee bit like orange passion.
Yeah.
I have no clue. I have to be honest. I don't think it is because the price was not that expensive. Of course, it was a very tiny frag, but I said, yeah, you know what? I will try it. So that's the only one that I have in my tank for tennis. And let's see it. And this is the forest fire in the back of the tank, which is growing on the wall and the floor. So And this is one of the, I think it's one of the nicest one because I think it's very hairy and macro. I really like this one. And I have no clue what it is. And that's it. I think I think that's all slides that I have. I'm happy to take questions, and I think I should stop sharing here.
Oh, where's that?
Where have we gone? What's happened?
Where's everybody else? What's going on? Whoa!
Oh,
Whoa! So at some point during the tour, we lost Jamie.
Yeah, he did a message in the private chat saying he had problems
His
with his router.
internet's having an issue. Yeah.
Yep.
Pedro, I've got a question. Very important question. We've been waiting a very long time to hear the answer to this.
Oh, Steve.
You promised that you would tell us in this tour what half you would have your mermaid mix.
Bottom for sure.
Well,
So the
bottom
bottom
what?
is
Bottom
fish.
fish?
Wait. Say it again, the question, because wait a minute. Wait.
So
I
would you have, what half would you have as a fish? The top or the bottom would
Bottom.
be fish?
Bottom
You'd have bottom fish, top human.
fish.
Yeah,
Top
I
human.
mean, you still get a mouth
But-
and armpits. Know what I mean?
And it took
Is it
me
the
more than a
armpit you're
month to
after?
decide it. And I never forget that Ron did the invitation to do the tank tour, and I said it, okay, let me check one tank tour to see how things it is. And that was the one that I picked as an example. I was like, what the fuck is happening here? Just like-
Oh my God.
So I was really puzzled. I was like, hey, maybe I should search for other examples than this.
Yeah, that was a good idea.
And I still puzzle how you got that discussion because it's nothing makes sense.
It's one of the best 2 hours of my life. I just had such a good time. And he's got a new tank, so Tank Tour version 3 can't be far away.
Yeah.
It's time. Huh?
Is that the Tank Tour version 3 or is that the Wank Tour version 3?
Yeah.
Daniel.
Absolute wank tour.
Absolute wank tour.
Absolute.
Okay, we skipped a few. You've actually been very thorough, so well done, Pedro. That was a really, really good presentation. But a few things we've not discussed. So you did mention you did use Tropic Marin Pro Reef Salt. Is that what you're still currently using?
No. I was using Tropic Marin first. So the old tanks I was using all types of salt from Wintry Bay. Nowadays I'm using the what do you call it? The new one from the German colleague, the black bottle, or the black one is
Nios?
Nios. So I'm either Nios or Fauna Marine.
Okay, so you is it just what they've got at the time, or?
Pretty much, I check it. If there is a discount, I'll pick one of the two. And I pretty much like both of them. And for me, salt, I care a lot if my containers are clean after I mixed. And for these two brands, they're all clean. So,
Container, not scoop, before you all start fucking giggling. So what sort of things do you feed, Pedro? Do you feed fish and corals, and what is it you feed?
my feed, so the fish are pretty much frozen mysis and frozen artemia. I pick it up a couple, I don't know the brand, but I pretty much put up 6-7 cubes, and then I fish over the day. Flakes and pellets, only the Naso started to pick it up now, and the other tanks are trying. But the rest of the tank, the Antias, the Gramma, the 6-line res, they don't eat it. Actually, I have a 6-line res here for since the beginning, so it's been 5 years. I never saw him eating anything. I have no clue. So he doesn't pick mysis, he doesn't pick artemia, but he's there. I think he eats copepods or something on the tank. But that's it.
Oh my God.
That was an option.
No, I went to click on a different, and then the comments jump up. So I went to click on this one. Hello, Lee. Good evening. Nice to see you. And then that fucking thing came up. Try feeding them chocolate. Okay.
Just don't ask me which one is the best here, because then it's a kind of a country fight here. But that's all of them are really good.
So we saw your apex temperature there. So what temperature is it you shoot for in centigrade, if that's okay?
Yeah, it's 25 and a half.
And do you keep it just absolutely bang on that all the time?
But this is one of the things that I think I dropped you a message in the Discord that I'm thinking about changing this. Because there is many things that would help. One thing is saving costs, because I could drop at least to 24 and a half or something and just let it go. So that's one of the things that I'm planning to change.
No, yeah, I mean,
Jason.
yeah, it's really loud, isn't it?
It is.
I can't tell him it annoys me, because if he finds out it annoys.
Does that annoy you, Ron?
No,
Oh, goody.
It makes me giggle every time, especially when you were off camera earlier.
What he really needs is, a bubbling sound, so it sounds like he's talking about.
Yeah,
I've got a bubble sound.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Motherfucker, don't you dare.
But once that towel arrives,
Look, you just annoyed Ron again right there.
Triggered. Oh. Okay, quarantine procedures for fish and corals.
Fish. I have a fish store in the Netherlands, which they do the quarantine.
Okay.
So what I'm doing, I buy the fish over there, and you see the tank is not that big, so I managed to buy the tanks really small. I stay with the fish 2-3 years. I come back, and I pretty much exchange to another one. And they're really good. The store is really, it's really good on quarantine, and they are really. I think it's an exception. I never seen like this, and I discovered by accident. I'm still sometimes puzzled because they think I'm being stupid because I'm bringing the big fish, which is more expensive than the smallest one. But I said, hey, we just exchanged it, no money. I'm happy about it, and I pick all the small tank again, and that's it.
I really hope more people do start doing this. I mean, we've got Tom Glazer from Mantis Reef here in the UK, which is, he's totally revolutionising, in my personal opinion, the care for the animals. So no matter what somebody asks for or how much money somebody's got, it's got to go through the same process for the sake of the animal and not passing on pathogens and pests and things like that. And I do hope it becomes a little bit more widespread.
Yeah, right. I think I'm a big fan. You can see all the quarantine systems of the store. It's super nice. And it's a lot of fishes that you don't find anything sick or anything else. It's amazing. It's a super nice.
I think if anyone went through, let's say, a big velvet outbreak, which I had years ago, I mean, if you want to see that it's going to destroy the hobby for you. So yeah, just take a second to Google that and then don't quarantine something and see where you end up. It's horrendous.
Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah. So
and corals. Just quickly on the corals, nowadays I just buy corals from Leonardo's Reef, so I don't quarantine at all. That's the place, pick it, put it in the tank, and that's it. And I have to hold myself to not do that temptation of because we have the Vivario event, and I have a lot of coral cereals over there. It's a bit tempted to buy from somebody else, but then I really don't want to run the risk to put the aqua-rating platform again, and then you're doomed again. So.
It's brilliant. You've got somebody you trust so much that no matter what you buy, you know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish we had that. I mean, mine are, obviously. So we don't normally do this question. I normally skirt around it. But do you have a favourite coral? I'm not going to ask you favourite fish because you get very few fish. But do you have a favourite coral in all of that? Was that the one that you showed at Rainbow Mango?
This is at the moment is my favorite, but I'm still seeking for. I don't know how to pronounce that in English, but the Locanai. It's the smooth skin coral.
Yep.
We had back in Brazil. It's a smooth skin. It's a kind of a white with a blue tips.
Yes.
I never found again this coral. I already asked Leonardo. I said, "Could you please hunt this coral?" He said, "I don't have it as well." That's the one that I'm still seeking to find it.
I'm trying to think
That's
if
the
it's
Australian one.
I think it's called Blue Dragon here or something. Smooth Criminal's similar, which I've got. In fact, I sent one to Steve just this week, but
It's doing
remind
well.
me, I need to mention that later on, actually, what you did, which was absolutely amazing. We'll get to that later on.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I thought I'd done something bad then. I'm like, oh.
Unless you AI'd that fucking payment document, Stephen. I didn't notice it was signed by Ronald Clarkson.
Yeah.
Fucking guy. So what's your biggest win in the hobby so far? What's the one thing you think has transformed the hobby for you? Even if it's a
This
procedure
question, I wasn't
or-
expecting this type of thing, huh? But that's very serious. Now, I don't know. I think for me, I still have one goal, which is to have a seahorse tank. I don't know why, but because that's the goal of having a marine aquarium was to have a seahorse tank, and I never had it.
Still,
But I'm not convinced that is a nice tank. I'm really scared of one day building it, but said, yeah, that's it. So, but in terms of, I don't know. I think it's what I like it. In the last tank, I wanted to have really a wall-to-wall SPS tank. I think I managed to do it before I have the whole reboot and so on. Now my goal is to keep SPS, but with the lowest additional work as possible. As I said, I really like to do water change. So for me, it's a kind of a therapy. Even sometimes every 2 weeks, I turn on the YouTube. I put you guys in the video, randomly discussing topics. I love it. And then I started to do my water change. And that's for me, I feel like I'm new for the next week.
Zach's face is exactly how I'm feeling. I'm like, why the fuck do people watch this?
Oh, it's amazing. I love it. I love it. It's
I mean,
amazing.
there's worse stuff you could be watching.
I mean, that's true. That's
Let's
true.
be honest here.
You got a link, Jason?
You can watch it.
Send it to
You
me?
be watching ECR.
Oh, no.
Low
Just
blow.
kidding, Steve. Love you, buddy.
You forget, I know where you live.
Hey, come on over.
Holy shit, I'm not coming. I'll just send someone.
Oh,
Tell them to come on over. Crazy American. Remember, Crazy American.
yeah, don't forget
Send
it.
Pedro to my place.
Oh, not if K13T gets there first.
It's Jordan. I don't go that young. That's illegal.
It's not Jordan.
He's grown a little moustache now, though. It makes him look a bit older.
No, it makes him look like he stars in porn.
It is a bit of a porn stash, isn't it?
Whoever it is grows some interesting plants.
This is like
Have
a
you-
game. This is
well,
like
if you-
this
They
is
say they're
the game of
51.
PS2.
Yeah. Plants that you can, I think you can grow only in Canada. You definitely aren't allowed to grow them in
Oh.
England.
Well, if
Yeah.
he's 51,
All of a sudden, Mel's like, come on over.
no, I'm thinking.
Congratulations, Rich. He got his tank wet for the first time. Well done.
Nice.
Nice.
Awesome.
Pedro.
What's your current cleanup crew, Pedro? What sort of cleanup crew you running?
It's about
Turkey baster.
100 bumblebee snails. No, sorry. I bought an eight bumblebee in a week, and then I doubled again 8 in the week after, because the vermin snails started to increase. They were under control for a period, and then I think the bumblebee snails died, and now I'm trying to fight back. So it's
He's not
Pedro's
ready
dead.
yet.
Oh my god.
Pedro, what camera are you using? Is it on a laptop? Can you take us closer to the tank? Can we look at the tank?
I'm not sure if I can do this because I'm using a camera. On the
Can you move the
screen.
tank closer?
I think it's easier.
You just sit behind it, put your feet up on the wall, and push.
Exactly.
Can I? Otherwise, I can join by the iPhone, but I don't know if it's. Can I do that?
We've got a space because Jamie fucked off. So
I saw Matt had asked earlier, so I thought, right, let's see if we can get in closer.
Pedro, I know you said that having a seahorse tank was one of your sort of dreams. I think Steve had a similar one of keeping jellyfish. And I've just noticed, Steve, where's that jellyfish tank gone?
It's in the garage.
Dry.
And the jellyfish?
Yes. The jellyfish are no more.
Did you have to get the microscope out to see it or not?
I think maybe I would have seen it with the microscope, but it definitely wasn't.
I'm gonna borrow my
Isn't
ruler.
there anymore.
God damn it.
the fuck, Dan just like totally calling you out, Steve.
Yeah.
Like, no. Did you hear about the shrinkage?
Yes, I mean, did you not? I was commenting when you were talking about that and all giggling and.
Yeah. Oh well.
So we're still waiting for you, Pedro. Things are going to go downhill if you don't show us your tank.
I'm trying to infill with shrunken jellyfish here, Pedro.
What was that, Zach? Do that again.
Show me the fucking tank.
Need some background music.
So speaking of cleanup crew, Ron, do you still have your little acro crab in your wild tank?
There's two
Yeah.
in the same colony, and then there's a really light pink one just to the left of it. There's one in there as well, which is almost pure white.
Nice.
But do you know how people say, is it blunt claws safe, pointy claws not safe, or is it the size of the claws?
That's a really shit rhyme.
In it?
I thought if it was hair, wax.
Did you say hairy?
Size
Yeah,
always
I thought
matters.
the hairy crabs are no good. I was being serious. It's your mind in the gutter. I'm being completely serious. My mind is not in the gutter.
So the
Hairy
pair,
crabs are bad. Smooth, waxed crabs are good.
right? So the pair that are living in one colony are hairy, and the little,
I'm gonna mute myself.
the little pink one is perfectly smooth.
Was it always smooth?
Yes. The only reason why I found it is because it actually shed its shell. So yeah, it's it blew away, and then there's this perfectly little ghostly white crab which has slowly turned a kind of light pink, but its claws are very, very pointy.
Yeah,
whereas
that's
the
good.
hairy ones are totally blunt and chunky.
That's different then. Have you looked up trapezia, the trapezia crabs?
No, but I know the one you mean.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure what these are.
Huh.
Because obviously these were pulled out of the ocean.
Yeah.
And just shipped. Oh man, the amount of anyway, this is not my tank tour. The amount of algae and stuff is incredible. There's this little fuzzy like red balls of algae, but they squeeze like sponge, but then reinflate. I'm just loving all of the weird and wonderful algae. Right, I see you've joined with a separate phone bed. Oh, are you still there? Yep.
Yeah.
That looks great.
I think it works.
You got pants on.
Hey, can you turn your phone sideways for us?
Oh, absolutely.
Yay!
Dan? Yeah, that worked, Dan.
Are you ready to throw it up? Can I go to the tank? Yeah. Can't see it. Oh shit. Okay.
Nice.
Here we are.
I'm too
Look at
scared to
that.
lean in to look. So K13, just calm your fucking farm.
So much going on.
Now, how front to back? How deep is this tank again?
80 centimeters.
80,
So it's
25.4.
yep.
So are they all Monties on the base of the tank, or do you have Cephastrias or?
So no, all Monties, and I had a brilliant idea that I thought, well, they're gonna take a while to grow into each other, but now it's too late. They grow really fast.
Do you
So
find
now
any
it's,
issues with them catching detritus underneath their flanges?
Yes, only one here on the corner. And by the way, I have one. I really like it. That wait, can you see it? Oh, I'm lost. There. I have
Holy
one
shit, you do
coral
have
which
a
is
lot
not a
of monkeys.
cropper.
Okay.
Is that some snail fucking going on over there?
Yes, it's a lot.
Snail orgy.
Excellent.
And then you can see the bumblebees everywhere.
They
Now
are
they're doing a good
everywhere.
job.
There.
They are doing a
Everywhere.
good job, apparently.
They're amazing for that.
Yeah. So it's, and then you can see it that the pumps really work fine for the waves.
Yeah.
I love that idea. Just make the tank deeper to stop the splashing. I love it.
Yeah, but it's good that there is no fish jumps. It's nice. You can do the waves. So it's
Yeah. I was going to say, like, stopping the fish jumping, that's got to be a massive plus as well.
Yeah. And there you can see that I'm planting some acros on top. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know. Trying to plant some acros on top of each other. And here, this rock here, I used to have two really huge stacks. And now I try to kill them and restarted this quarter. So I think now I'm not going to touch anymore the tank that much. And I'll just let it grow again. And then I don't think I can do much after this. Either I go for a new tank or just let it grow until it goes out.
You have like such high density that you've almost reached Steve levels of frag density there.
It looks like a multi-story car park of Acropora.
Or a big highway pileup of aqua.
Yes.
Yeah, this multi here, it's growing everywhere. It's a very problematic. It's going even below the aquas, but okay.
That looks nice, though.
That's cool.
Looks like the blueberry one I just picked up, actually.
Melinda had a question in the chat.
Yes. Thanks for that. Yeah, Pedro, could you just say the word Acropora again, please?
Acropora?
Oh,
That's not how you said it.
you said it the Jamie Craggs way a minute ago.
Acropora.
Yeah, and it sounded so sexy with that accent. Say it again. Which is why I typed it instead of saying it. I wanted to hear him pronounce it the same way.
Acropora.
Oh. Again.
You need that towel now.
Again.
Cue the slip and slide.
I need the towel.
Oh boy.
I don't know. I don't know if you want to see the sum.
Jesus Christ, man.
Not much. It's the same.
If there was one bit of equipment that you couldn't live without that you're on that tank, what would it be?
Wave makers.
Yeah. So there is
That's
a way
5 pieces of equipment.
The fucking glass box.
Only one. I still
Glass box. Jesus, right?
There was a point in time that I want to get rid of the skimmer, but then I said, this is impossible. Only Julian Sprung can do this. I don't know if you noticed the Julian Sprung show his tanks. There is nothing. There is no circulation. There is no skimmer, and everything grows like crazy. So
I only use a skimmer for pH. I literally do not use my skimmer for removing any form of nutrients at all. Now and again, it spills over into the cup, but certainly that's not what I use it for.
Fair point.
I honestly just love this tank. I absolutely love it. I've got no bad shit to say, so I love it.
Oh,
There's the first.
I know. I'm shocked with myself.
I think if I could do it again, maybe I wouldn't exaggerate here. Probably half of it would be enough. But the rest, I'm quite happy. I think it is an easy tank to handle.
Well, you literally just answered, my last question.
Do you reckon you
What?
could fit a seahorse tank on that cupboard
You
next to the
definitely
tank?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm just scared to regret of the seahorse tank. That's the problem.
Are you just not doing it because you're scared of failing, Pedro?
No. It's additional work. That's my problem. Because
Oh,
the
you're
tank is
just a
so
lazy
easy.
fucker. That's what it is.
Oh, it is a bit.
Plummet to the main tank.
Yeah, but I don't know. I was thinking about plumbing and put a side of the tank, but then here. So I don't know the seahorse. What's the name of your colleague who has a channel that I'm starting to follow now? He did a seahorse tank next to his tank, right? It's
Yorkshire Reefer.
Yeah, Yorkshire. Yeah. He just did that, right? So I'm waiting a bit to see the evolution of his tank to see if it's a really nice thing for the seahorses, if he likes or not. So I'm happy that he did it because then I can see from his experience if it's gonna work fine. And the other thing that I still a bit concerned is that feeding the seahorses. I don't know if it's something that then I'm gonna be attached, like, hey, I cannot travel or something like this, or it's gonna be easy. So I'm happy to see it.
Yeah, so Liam's suggesting you upgrade to a 6 foot when it's grown out, fill it with chromis or damson.
That's a possibility.
Oh, I keep clicking on the wrong fucking things. So, Pedro, do you have anything in place in terms of redundancy? So for power cuts, do you have any backups? Do you have anything in place for going on holiday other than just your Apex? But you say you're only monitoring, you're not controlling?
No, I just have the Ecotech backup battery, which is already 5 years. So I have no clue if it's still okay.
Yeah, with it being
but
lead
that's the
acid.
only thing. Yeah, that's the only thing that I do. If I go on a holiday, I plug them in. Otherwise, they're not even on the sump. But I heard that it's garbage by now, or after a few.
Yeah, they
After
don't
5 years, the batteries are probably degraded so bad that it's,
Yeah.
You can get lithium alternatives on Amazon now, and just with a wee converter cable and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm honestly thinking about that one day to say, you know what, I have to research a bit on this because this. Or maybe I'm just doing it intentionally.
fuck you, Rama. Yep. That's yeah.
I thought he was gonna say he's doing well.
Fuck that clownfish.
John Wright is saying, why isn't there a good backup? I don't know if he's asking you, why do you not have one? Or John's saying, in the world, why is there not a good backup? There are a few now, John. There are a few. I mean,
The
there's actually a lot. I mean, depending on how much you want to spend, there's plenty of options.
Well, the Black Friday deals were bonkers again. In fact, they're just always on sale, aren't they? Let's not joke. They're always on sale. But yeah,
I was going to say, do you have energy problems at your site, like energy cuts?
just storms, which, as Melinda will agree with me, are just becoming more and more frequent. The world is going a bit crazy. Things are changing, and the storms are getting more frequent, and they're getting way stronger.
I'm scared to do the statement of Sanjay, to say, oh, we never had problems here in the 7 years, and then, boom.
Yep.
Yeah, but that should have been, and I mean, I'm guilty of it too, but that should have been the wake-up call for all of us, you know?
Yes.
Completely.
Because
still,
he lost everything.
Well, look at what happened with me. I bought that Ecotech Delta Max 2, I considered not installing it until the next day, but I thought, no, it's here. I'll be kicking myself if something goes wrong. And the fucking distribution board out in the road went into meltdown that day.
I heard it's because of the extra load of having that battery charge up.
And it's a good thing you took it out of the box.
Yeah, I mean,
who would leave stuff in a box?
It looked so cozy in there, but I took it out, gave it a blanket.
You didn't think of turning it into a handbag?
Fucking AI, man. Jesus. Does anyone have any other questions? No. Did you just say strap on again?
No, I said just put a strap on it.
It's been the raunchiest tank tour ever. Does anyone have any other questions for Pedro? And in the chat, everybody, Dave is singing the praises of the EcoFlow backups. Yes, I agree. They are amazing. Yes, Zach, you got Delta 2 just this week, did you not?
Back in October, but yeah, I like mine a lot.
And you're all using just for the circulation, right?
Yep.
No, I've got it running my entire tank. Lights here. It's on the spawning system. I can't have it skipping a beat. Everything goes through. I get about 4 hours to a full charge.
Okay.
4 hours is enough to give you time to start the generator, and
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I need to do the same thing just so I can get enough time to get home from work.
I mean, now's the time, innit? It's really now is the time. Just buy it if you can afford it, obviously. Oh, question, Pedro, who inspired you in this hobby?
At the beginning,
Leonardo.
In the beginning, it was just a local fish store that I joined it, and then I look at. Today, I think we should all listen to Mike Paletta, but basically watch all his videos since the beginning because it's all in the internet. And then I love it because Mike Paletta is so transparent and he did it. All experiments, and you look his tank over the time, is the same thing, and he gets the conclusion it doesn't work. So I think Mike Paletta is amazing in that sense because he show his idea, he show what I think is going to work, and then after some time he come back and say, hey guys, doesn't work it, and keep moving. So I really like to see him.
Oh, yes, Melinda.
Could Pedro please start a tank thread on the Discord? Because I really want to see more of this tank. I want to.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he one of these people that's going to say on a live stream, there's tank channels? So many people don't even know they exist.
I'm honestly just so in love with this tank. I'm almost lost for words.
For me, honestly, I didn't want to say much on Discord because I felt that it was a kind of approval test when you do the tank tour. Then I feel that I'm finally allowed to join. I was like, no, I'm just kidding.
It's like hazing.
As a compliment to you all, one thing that I appreciate a lot, I'm not bashing others because it happens, it's normal. One thing that I like on Discord, that there's a lot of people who active talking and chatting. Sometimes I try to follow, but the insanity is so big. It's like, so from time to time I join, I'm too late. But what I appreciate a lot is that there is a lot of people frequently there, but the attention to each one is always equal. I love it because even myself, I was randomly introduced to the group. And every time that I put a question or a comment, I receive the same treatment from everybody. This is absolutely amazing. This is I never seen in other place.
Yes.
The same treatment as everyone. Abuse.
We get so few.
It doesn't matter. It's equality.
Gifts everywhere.
We get like 3 people join a year, so we all get a little excited. And then out of those 3, 2 don't talk. But you don't leave.
Yeah.
Yes, people, if you're on the Discord and you don't talk, just fuck yourself off. Remove yourself.
But
stalking fuckers. Go away.
But there she is.
No.
It's got to that time where the real Mel wakes up.
The 3-month cull. If you haven't spoken in 3 months, see ya. You have no reason to be there. Get the fuck out.
Sorry, Pedro.
No, I was gonna say that disadvantage of watching the live and the Discord is that I thought there was two persons that I really liked the comments and the remarks. There was one lady that I saw it on the YouTube and another completely different lady on the Discord until I realized that Melinda was spelled backwards was the same person. And I was really on the tank tour. I was like, oh.
I don't know whether to be offended or it's the split personality thing happening. I am a Gemini.
Oh my god!
You got the link? You got the link for the Discord, Ron?
I do, although I mean the person clearly is already on the Discord. But if you're not,
do you call it Gemini in Australia? We call it bipolar.
That's a fucking minefield I am not walking into.
Mental health matters. Like, I could turn this into a joke, but seriously, mental health matters, and we're here for everybody, including my psychotic ass.
No, you're totally spot on. It's the reason why I joined the hobby in the first place, and it's interesting to see people on the Discord going through slightly tougher times. I mean, I'm sure Zach won't mind me mentioning this, that he goes through seasonal defective disorder and things like that, and it gets to a lot of people at this time of year, and you're up, you're down, you're up, you're down, and the most important thing is that 24/7, the Discord is there worldwide. You wake up in the middle of the night, you know, Jeff shat the bed for the 5,000th time. And, he can come on and somebody can talk him through how to clean himself up, get out to the driveway, wife pressure washes his crack down. And
get the catcher out.
It's a 24/7 sort of support group. So, it's a truly wonderful place. So,
unfortunately, for a few hours of the day, it's normally only me on there, and it's just like, you gotta put up with my bullshit then.
I do make a point of when I get up in the morning, I check my emails, check what the weather's going to be doing. I'm like, say good morning to Melinda. it's on my checklist of the days. Like, morning, Melinda.
And there have been days where I've sat there and I haven't heard from Ron, and I'm like, is Ron okay? Somebody check on Ron. Where is Ron? Ron, I'm worried. Where are you, Ron?
Yeah, sometimes something comes from the side and I just get sidetracked, and then I've now missed that window of the morning on the Discord, and then I join later on. But anyway. No, I appreciate you all. It's absolutely amazing. So before we wrap up, little extra special amazing thank you to Steve. So I choose to send people I absolutely adore in this hobby little free boxes of corals now and again. This week it was Steve's turn. He's got a beautiful new tank. Sent him a beautiful box of corals, and he said to me, I know for a fact you will not accept any money for this, so I'm just going to make a donation to the Great Barrier Reef Foundation in Australia. And Steve sent the Great Barrier Reef Foundation in Australia £150 this week. So, Steve.
Good job, Steve.
Well done.
Well, thanks to Ron, because it was more than 150 quid's worth of coral.
Well, honestly, I don't want to say I would like this to be the way it is all the time, because then I'll literally go bankrupt. But this is a nice little precedent that's now been set, that if somebody wants to give a donation for something that somebody maybe shares for free in the hobby, I'm sure we could. Yeah, it's just amazing. So thank you very much for doing that, Steve.
No, thank you very much for sending me stunning corals.
You're welcome. No,
even if Royal Mail did very nearly fuck it up.
Yeah. I mean, I think you posted on Facebook about it, and then Liam messaged me and said, "Oh fuck," because obviously his was 48 hours. I don't know how his are doing and whether he's still got any survivors. But anyway, for fuck's sake, Elisa. You know what? Reefing news might appear in Salty Banter, not in a tank tour. It doesn't really make sense in a tank tour, but I think some form of reefing news can reappear at some point. Maybe fully nude. Who knows?
Oh,
I mean, you have taken your pants off on camera before, so
you could use one of these to cover
you
it
know, I
up.
mean, no, that's generous.
Steve, did you make them smaller?
Very generous.
Yeah, you're all.
These are made by Ron.
I've completely lost my train of thought. Like, it's
You're
all
welcome.
gone. What were we talking about before that? Oh,
Reefy
God.
Salty banter.
And you taking your pants off.
That's it. I did genuinely take my pants off on a live stream.
American pants or English pants?
Trousers.
Oh, trousers. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Slacks.
Sorry. Forgot.
Slacks.
Trousers.
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 Anyway, listen,
Except for the
Pedro.
trouser snake.
Pedro, you are not only in possession of one of the most beautiful tanks I think we've ever had on here. You are an amazing reefer with your relaxed attitude, and I mean, not testing and things like that, but 10 out of 10, you do water changes. Because if not,
I do.
I might have just kicked you off the stream.
No,
So
thank
let's
you. It
start
was a
with
pleasure.
how-
I'm really excited. Thank you.
So you started with a motivational speech and slideshow. Do you have any final words you'd like to say before we wrap it up?
No, I didn't. I didn't know if I would survive until the end. So I was like, at least I have to start well, and that's it. So no, I feel that at least now I feel more now that you know the tank. I also feel that it's going to be fun as well in terms of context. You know a bit about the tank, what I do. So
You're very much
He's
so part
fucking
of
brilliant.
Reefy AF. You're very much so part of it. So thank you so much.
I appreciate
Anyway.
it. Thank you.
Nobody has booked in a tank tour now, so we're now completely out of tank tours. So get them
Could
booked
do a
in,
jellyfish
people.
tank tour.
A jellyfish tank tour. Here it is in the garage. Bye now.
It would be just as tanky as the last one.
Yeah. Just as
Anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for joining tonight. A special thank you to Pedro and everyone in the comments. Really, really appreciate everyone joining in. Next weekend, we've got Salty Banter, which is a free to join on Zoom. So if you join on Discord, you'll find the link in the Get Togethers chat. And yeah,
Zach's like,
No.
no.
That's like, fuck that.
Clusterfuck.
cluster.
The last salty banter before Christmas.
It's the last recorded Salty Banter for Christmas, but of course we then need to do our end of year wrap up
Jim's list.
Jim's
with
list.
Jim's lists of the crazy things that happened in 2025 that shows we are on a course for idiocracy. Anyway, listen, thanks again, everybody. We will see you on the next one.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'm sure there will be more to come. We appreciate every last one of you. Hit like and subscribe, it's the